quote, "The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting," comes from Sun Tzu's classic book, The Art of War. Although the book was written over 2,000 years ago, its lessons are still relevant today. In fact, many modern leaders have applied the principles of the art of war to achieve success in their respective fields. One such leader is Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. Bezos applied the principle of subduing the enemy without fighting when he launched Amazon in 1995. At the time, traditional brick-and-mortar bookstores were the dominant force in the industry. Bezos realized that he couldn't compete with them head-on, so he found a way to subdue them without fighting. Bezos realized that the traditional bookstore model was limited by physical space. Bookstores could only stock a limited number of books, and customers had to physically go to the store to purchase them. Bezos saw an opportunity to leverage the internet to create a bookstore that was not limited by physical space. He created a platform that allowed customers to browse and purchase books online, and he used his vast network of warehouses to deliver the books directly to customers' doorsteps. By subduing the traditional bookstores without fighting, Amazon became the dominant force in the industry. Today, Amazon is not just a bookstore, but a massive online retailer that sells everything from electronics to clothing to groceries. Another example of the principle of subduing the enemy without fighting can be seen in the case of Nelson Mandela, the former president of South Africa. Mandela was a revolutionary who fought against the oppressive apartheid regime in South Africa. However, when he was released from prison after 27 years, he realized that the best way to achieve his goals was to subdue his enemies without fighting. Mandela understood that violence would only perpetuate the cycle of hatred and violence that had plagued South Africa for decades. Instead, he worked to build bridges with his former enemies and to promote reconciliation and forgiveness. Through his leadership and his willingness to find common ground, Mandela was able to help South Africa transition from a divided and violent society to a united and peaceful one. Finally, the principle of subduing the enemy without fighting can be seen in the case of Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX and Tesla. Musk's companies are at the forefront of innovation in the fields of space travel and renewable energy. However, Musk has faced many obstacles and challenges along the way. Instead of fighting against these obstacles, Musk has found ways to subdue them. When SpaceX was struggling to find a way to launch its rockets into space, Musk realized that the key was to make the rockets reusable. By creating reusable rockets, SpaceX was able to drastically reduce the cost of space travel and become a dominant player in the industry. Similarly, when Tesla was struggling to gain traction in the automotive industry, Musk realized that the key was to create a product that was not just environmentally friendly, but also stylish and luxurious. By creating the Model S, Tesla was able to subdue the traditional automakers without fighting and establish itself as a leader in the industry. In conclusion, the principle of subduing the enemy without fighting is as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago. Leaders like Jeff Bezos, Nelson Mandela, and Elon Musk have applied this principle to achieve success in their respective fields. By finding ways to achieve their goals without resorting to violence or conflict, they have been able to build successful and sustainable enterprises that benefit everyone involved.